Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2 adult children, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a mom of 2 littles, and I work in higher ed.
In this episode, we take a deep dive into our planning lives.
But first, Azizi,
Yes.
Norm and I did our first overnight getaway without our 2 children.
Oh, you pulled it off. You did it. This is one of the things on your 25 for 25 list.
It was. It feels like Ocean's 11 or something. Like we pulled it off. We did it.
Like a heist.
Yeah. Maybe partially because we went to the MGM casino.
Oh, that's why it had that Ocean's 11 vibe.
Yeah. It's like 20 minutes away from us. There were a lot of people involved to watch the kids at different points, but it was great. I mean, it was just overnight, but as I've said before, that really makes a difference.
You got a solid night's sleep.
Unfortunately, I woke up at like 5 and then couldn't get back to sleep.
You're just programmed.
But the theme was like lays about. That's what I really wanted to do. And we did. We ordered breakfast in the morning. We watched a Christmas movie. We
Wow.
got the very latest checkout we could, which
Yes.
it was like 11:15 or something, but we really maximized it and it was fun. So I don't know when we can do it again, but just to know we can do it is really kind of freeing. So
Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I
thank
remember
you.
those days, and I remember just feeling light. Because when you were out with the kids, you have all the bags and then the
Yeah,
kids,
that's
and
true.
you're just physically actually carrying a lot. And so when you get to have a little break, you don't have to carry all that.
There was less stuff for sure.
Nice.
Our first segment today is the Festival of, where we go into great detail about a particular subject. And today we are celebrating the festival of Techo Kaigi. I learned about this phrase, Techo Kaigi, from Sarah Hart Unger. She did an episode kind of going through this Japanese tradition of planner review, which I was just like, oh my gosh, we have to do this.
Mhm.
And then
I remember the day when you told me.
I realized, oh, this is actually going to take a lot of time. So let's do a whole festival of.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just read this description I found online. And there's a lot of different blog posts and articles about it. So that's kind of what we're using to structure our conversation today. But I'll just read this description. Techo Kaigi is a Japanese term meaning planner meeting or notebook assembly, referring to a personal reflection process where individuals review their past use of planners and notebooks and decide how to organize their plans and systems for the future. It's a moment to assess what worked, what didn't, and how to adjust one's planning and journaling setup to better meet their needs, fostering mindfulness and intentionality in personal organization. Oh, so sweet. I just love that there is like a phrase for this.
Well, planning is our sport.
Yes.
And it wasn't 5 years ago, this is a new development for me anyway, maybe not for you. And so it
It's
is exciting that
evolving.
there's a process to
Yes.
dig even deeper into it.
So, Azizi, you're up first. I'm going to give you some prompts and then you can just talk through your responses.
Okay.
So, the first step is review your past use. Look back at your planners, journals, and notebooks from the past year.
This last year, I continued to use Google Calendar, which is, as Sarah Hart Unger says, my one source of truth. So everything goes into my Google Calendar, which I look at on my phone and my desktop. So Google Calendar, I used a disc-bound journal this year, paper journal, and this is my first year using it. So that was exciting to kind of discover the flexibility and freedom that exists with using a disc-bound planner. I continue to use my iPad and specifically GoodNotes for work planning on my iPad and some personal things too, but mostly work there. I use my notes app all the time. I love that thing. I used Artful Agenda, which is a digital platform for calendaring, and I used it because it has a really beautiful layout. It syncs with Google, and it is actually easier to read. The daily view
Mm,
is easier to read than the Google view, in my opinion. But then I moved to Google Tasks, which I actually use more. So I haven't used Artful Agenda as much, but I'm still glad it's there in case I need to really see my meetings and things like that. But Google Tasks is the newest thing that I've
mm,
been working on or working in, so that's new. And then, of course, texting myself, I do that daily.
mhm.
And then I use Best Laid Plans, the Planning at Home journal when I'm quintile planning. And I revisit the Happiness Project again in a really light way, but I did track it a bit.
Okay. The next step is to evaluate your system. So, given all of these tools, consider how well your current planning and journaling system met your needs and goals. And this prompt just said to evaluate your system, but I feel like we need a numerical scale or something to really evaluate it. This is just my adding it in. So, do you want a scale of 5 or a scale of 10?
I think I did 10.
Okay.
If I was going to score my system, I would say I'm probably at a 7.5.
Okay.
I'd say overall, maybe an 8. I do like my system. I think there are a couple of platforms and strategies that I've used consistently now for a few
Mhm.
years. So that's helpful and that demonstrates that it's working for me. But there are some that I have questions about.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Identify the successes and the shortcomings. Note what worked well and what areas fell short.
I have a system for my work notes and good notes, and now I've been using this for 3 years, this system. And it's great because I can now go back really quickly and refer to
Mm,
notes from years ago. And that is so helpful. So if I'm at a professional development and I want to remember how I did something in 2022, I can quickly see that. So I'm benefiting from the system that I have laid out for my monthly work notebooks. So I have a system where I have a notebook that I create for each month of the year. And then within that notebook, I have my weekly spreads and then all of my work notes that happen in that
mm,
day, I keep in that notebook. I keep 1 year in a file that's nested under a file for work things. And then I have a file for personal things, a file for professional development. Anyway, it's hard because
hmm.
it's such a visual platform to kind of describe it, but it really works for me. So that is something that is a success, I would say.
So it sounds like with that system, it's really about knowing the month something happened.
I can quickly find things. So if I want to remember what happened in that committee meeting last month, maybe I don't remember the day. I can look up on Google Calendar what day that month happened just by doing a
Mhm.
search. And then I can go to that month notebook and find that day
Got it.
and I will find the notes in it. So it's knowing what happened if I track it by month and then if I date each
Right.
day and I have the weekly spread, then I can easily find the things that I need when I need them. And people often ask me, in GoodNotes, can you convert it to text to type?
Mhm.
And yes, but I don't need to.
Right.
It's just for me. That's the point. Is these aren't notes that anyone else has to read. It's just for me. And so I usually don't have the need to do that. I'm actually writing it as though it's a notebook. And let's see, Artful Agenda has a great daily view, like I said, for meetings. But the task list, which I was excited about at first, fell short. It actually was a little clunky to use. And I don't know, it just wasn't as easy to get to as I thought it would be. And it wasn't as easy to track. And that is why I experimented with the task app. And I quickly realized, oh, this is everywhere and everything I use.
Mhm.
Because I'm all in Google, it's just always right there.
Mhm.
So easy to quickly refer to where I'm at or to add things to the list. It's just very easy. And I know that I'm not even using it to its full potential. So that's a note for me to look into tutorials so I can even get more functionality out of it. But that's working for me. The Notes app is like comfort food. It's always there. Doesn't change. They don't do anything
Very
crazy with
simple.
it, you know? It's just there for you. It's so reliable. The kinds of things I send to my notes app, like right now, I'm doing a lot of online shopping for the holidays. When I get that confirmation code after I've made a
Mm,
purchase, I just save it in my notes app because I know later I'm going to be wondering, wait, when
mhm,
did I buy that? And instead of filtering through my email, I have all those receipts in my notes app. So just so many great ways to use it. And I did try to get fancy with the notes app and it just didn't work.
mm.
Like with tags and labels and things like that, I just couldn't stick with it. And then Discbound was exciting. It's just so open and you can do so much with it. But then it got kind of confused and
It's too
couldn't
exciting.
find things and like nothing was matching. Like,
Uh-oh.
and also two other things. One, it's not so easy to find the things that go in it, like the
Accessories.
materials for it. When I first started at the beginning of the year, a lot of them were in Michael's, they were in a couple of other places, but I feel like it's not as popular, and
Mm,
so it's harder to find on the shelves. You can find things online, but sometimes you wanna see it,
right.
before you buy it. So that's a little discouraging. And then the other thing is that disc-bound, the paper is perforated. It can easily come out,
Mm,
or not easily, but it can come out. It's a little fiddly, but the benefit is that the rings you can go up in size if you wanna be able to add more to it. Yet another way that it's pretty flexible.
right. Yeah, it feels like a whole new world, which I think it was for you. That's
Yeah,
intimidating
it
to
was
me.
a whole new world, and I didn't know it existed until I listened to Best Laid Plans, and she kept talking about disbound systems, and it's like, "What is this?" And it solved the problem I always had, which is I'd run out of pages in my paper
Right.
journal before I wanted to or before I was ready, and then I had to abandon all the great things that I had put there at the beginning. I had to start over again, and I didn't wanna do that. This was good.
Okay. The next step is to plan for the future. Decide which planners, notebooks, or systems you will use and how you will use them in the coming year.
I'm gonna keep everything. I like the systems that I have. I'm gonna dig deeper into tasks and see if there's more I can get out of that. But I need your help making a decision.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
What is it?
Whatever you decide is what I'm gonna do right
Wow.
here.
Oh, the pressure. The
Okay.
power.
So in Sarah Hart Unger's planner review, or I don't know, she was like a best of list, or maybe it was someone else's best of list. I think it was Wirecutter, actually, that's what it was. She was reviewing Wirecutter's best journals
Mhm.
that they had. And they had Filofax as
Mm.
their best. I can't remember the term for this kind of journal, but refillable journal. And when she said Filofax, it just brought back all of these memories. Honestly, I'd kind of forgotten that it existed, but I remember I think in high school I had one briefly,
Mm.
and it was like,
I
"Oh,
think
I have
mommy
such."
used to use one.
Mom used to use one, right? Yes, I had, like, a burgundy leather one for a minute, and I remember I loved it, but I hadn't thought about it since then, and I forgot that this is another kind of system like Discbound,
Yes.
where it's flexible. So, I immediately started looking at Filofax and all the different sizes, and they're so beautiful, these covers, and I feel like there's more behind it in terms
Mm.
of there's more resources and not more accessible, but I think there's just more available. It's expensive. The nice ones are quite expensive. And so then the other thing about Filofax is that it's a ring binder, so it closes.
Mhm.
So the paper's not gonna come out. It's not gonna be fiddly kind of in the same way, but also you can't go up a size if you wanna add more paper, you can't do that. You're fixed to the size that it is. So, should I leave Discbound and go to Filofax, or should I stick with Discbound because I've already invested in it
Hmm.
so far? This is my dilemma. At first, I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go Filofax for 2026," and then I was like, "I've only been a year and I have all these things."
Right, but you don't like it. You're not happy.
It's fine. It's like, am I chasing waterfalls, you know?
Well, that's a real question because I feel that with this is planners in general, the planner piece, it's elusive.
Yeah.
There's always something to iterate, which is kind of what makes it fun. there's always something to tweak and this and that, but is there ever perfection? I don't think so, and is it really the tools? No, it's the way you're planning but based on what you've shared, it sounds like it has a lot of similarities and that you can add pages, but it is more standardized and it has most of the elements that you like about the disc bound. I mean, the drawback is that it is a fixed size, but how much stuff do you need in one book? Like, you can archive things, and there's systems for
Yeah.
that.
I've done that once with the discbound, which was great. You can archive things. You just pull out what you don't need anymore. You buy a cheaper cover for it, and then that's, a
Mhm.
volume that you have. It's just that I have gone all in
Right,
with the discbound, and now's the time where I need to buy new materials for the following
right.
year, or am I going to abandon that system and go towards this other system?
I kind of say choose the bigger life, Azizi.
Oh, wow. You hit me with the choose the bigger life.
Go for
Okay.
the one that
I
you're
love
excited
it.
about, and, like, if that
Okay.
doesn't work out, you can fall back on the disbound stuff you already have.
Right.
I hear you on the, like, investment piece, but it's not thousands of dollars. Like, the
No.
amount that you
It's
have
not
invested
thousands of
is
dollars.
gonna be worth it if it is something that really works for you, and this is a tool you're using literally every single day.
It's true.
So, I think you should do it.
Yay! This is gonna be fun. All right. Thank you, Malika. I needed that. I was all in, and then I was like, "Wait a minute." I started to feel guilty, and maybe I haven't stuck with it long enough,
Yeah,
and maybe, but it's a really cool system, this other one.
right.
So, all right, thank you. Well, that's what I'm gonna do in the future. So I will be
Okay.
getting a Filofax for 2026.
And again, if it doesn't work out, you go back, you'll know. But
That's right.
if it works, this could be the new thing for you for the next decade.
This could be my thing. This is my identity. I am now a Filofax person. I don't know. It's the first thing I'm gonna put in my journal. Thank you for helping me make that decision.
Okay. So the next step, this is the last one, is to make adjustments. So implement lessons learned and insights to create a more effective and intentional personal planning system.
Okay, so these are just some random notes actually that I took about the future. And one of them was to dedicate a page with all the months of the year in a box so that you can put things for the future.
Mhm.
I'm sure this is the thing that many people do, but this is the first year that I did it, and I had one in my iPad for work, and I had one in my Discbound, and it was fantastic. It was like, "Oh, I need to remember in April, I need to start looking into this thing."
Right.
And it's not a thing that happens on a specific day, which, then you can put into your Google Calendar for that specific day, but it's just a thing to remember in that month or that season,
Mhm.
and so that worked for me. I realized I like the flexibility of the disc-bounds, which I've talked
Mhm.
about before. I can't go back to a journal that has a specific amount of pages for a
Mm.
specific kind of thing because I just want freedom.
Okay.
I wanna decide. I wanna build it. I wanna take it apart, and that is for me. So that much I discovered this year. It's all about the right supplies. So for me, it was a pocket keeper. I like to keep ticket stubs or a note someone gave me,
Mhm.
and I keep it with that journal for that year. And then when I archive it, that all goes with it too.
Hmm. Like a little scrapbook.
Yeah, but it's like a clear pocket
Mhm.
that fits into the journal, which I love. Tab stickers, because that's how things get unwieldy
Mhm.
is I don't know where anything is. And so I just started to be very generous with tab stickers and just tab everything so that you can find it later. And probably like a table of contents would be a good idea. I hadn't thought
Mm.
about that.
Mhm.
But if I start numbering the pages as I go, that might be a thing. A pen loop so that you always have a pen with the journal was really helpful. And then I like unlined and lined paper. I like the unlined paper for just the random bucket lists and I don't know, just random thoughts, and then lined paper for the actual journal that
Okay.
I do on a weekly, monthly basis. And I like to do 25 for 25s in multiple categories. So we have our one main list, but then I had one for work. I had one for health. I had one for relationship
I
things.
feel like I wish I had known about these secret lists. Like, I'm
What?
curious what's on them. Like, how did you do? Like we never checked in about
Yeah.
them. I mean, you're entitled to have your own, but I'm intrigued that I didn't know these existed.
Maybe I'll share them throughout the year next year, but it's just too much
Yeah,
to
it's a
share,
lot.
to keep track of. But it helps me, and I refer to them as often as I refer to my main list. There's just a lot of things that I wanted to track, so that's
Good
how
for
I did it.
you.
And you told me about Tranquility by Tuesdays, and I'm reading it, and I love it.
Yay!
It's a great book.
Yes, we talked about it on the podcast.
That's right. That's how I learned about it. In fact, on this very podcast. And as I'm listening to it, it's like she's talking to me.
Yeah,
So I think I'm going to revisit some things I wrote off based on her advice, Laura Vanderkamp.
that's great. Oh, well, Azizi, how do you feel having done your Techo Kaigi?
I feel good. One other thing that I forgot to mention was the Happiness Project months of the year themes,
Yes.
which I'll probably continue also. But I feel good. It's nice to do this. I did have a page in my journal that was journal notes. It was very
Okay.
meta.
Smart. That's so
So,
practical.
yeah, one page is just like noticings about my journaling or about supplies that I
That's
purchased and
great.
things like that. But it feels good. Yeah, I'm glad we did this.
I like the structure because it just feels so thorough.
Yeah.
And even though we were focusing on you, I have this sense of completion.
Oh, good. Well, I'm looking forward to that when we take your turn. All right. Well, let's take a break. And when we get back, it's Malika's turn to answer the questions.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
The Subaru Share the Love event is on from November 20th to January 2nd. During this event, Subaru donates to charities like the National Park Foundation, helping protect over 400 national parks. When you purchase or lease a new vehicle during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru and its retailers will make a minimum $300 donation to charity. Visit Subaru.com/share to learn more.
Okay, we're back. Malika, it's time for your journal reflections. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so first we're going to review past use. Look back at your planners, journals, and notebooks from the past year.
All right. So I use Google Calendar. That is my one source of truth for all my personal things. Work uses Outlook. And so
Hmm,
that's a bit of attention, but
that's annoying.
it is. But I think everybody's different in terms of like how separate they want their work and their personal stuff. And I think for me, it works to have it be very separate anyway. So
Mm, mhm,
that's fine. For my planning on paper, I use Hobonichi Weeks for my personal system. And then I had a Hobonichi cousin for work. And for both of those, I had custom covers that I got on Etsy that I really like.
mm, mhm,
I also, for the first half of the year, was using the Remarkable tablet as my journal and primary place to take notes for professional development stuff. And then in the middle of the year, for my birthday, I was gifted an iPad and everything changed. I'll talk about
right?
that. But then I
Yes, your life is in color now.
so I started using GoodNotes for my journaling. And I also use Notion still as my kind of main Second Brain, Archive, Lists, Notes. I do end up using the Notes app on the iPhone because it is just there.
Yeah.
As you said, the comfort food, it's just so easy. And I found that it's a little bit easier for sharing and collaborating than Notion is.
Mhm.
And then I also this year created, we'll call it a kitchen command center. So it's like a wall in the kitchen that has the Echo Show, which has our digital calendar on it. It also has like 6 whiteboard Post-it notes that are kind of large. One is for each day of the week. One is for
Mm.
Saturday and Sunday, but basically to write notes for what's going on that day. And then I got a 3-month calendar that flips. It's a lot. Just own it.
It's not a lot, it's what you
It's
need.
what we
It's
need.
exactly what you need. It's not a lot. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot to mention that I use a wall calendar also,
Okay.
but anyway, it's not about me right
Your
now.
turn is over.
My turn is over. I missed out. Go ahead.
So that encompasses, I think, all of the things.
Okay. So evaluate your system. Consider how well your current planning and journaling system met your needs and goals.
All right. So I'm going to use a scale of 10 because you did.
Okay. Thanks.
But I got to
Joy of going first.
recalibrate. I would say I think I'm at an 8.
Okay.
It's all going well above average, but still room for improvement and iterating, you know? I think that 10, I might not ever get to a 10. That's just the
Yeah.
nature of this. But I feel like this year, doing the annual planning and then pretty consistently doing the quintile planning, except for this Q5 is like the Wild West.
So are you saying you didn't do quintile planning for
I did
Q5?
not.
Oh, wow.
it's, we're just,
Wild.
yeah, it is what it is. And then
What's even gonna happen tomorrow? Like, you know?
and the months and the weeks, those were spotty. I feel like the tools that I have are good, but the aspects of my system that need work is the habits and
Right.
the consistency.
The habits and consistency of planning?
Yes, of actually utilizing the tools that I have and, like,
I see.
thinking through the things I wanna think through.
Identify successes and shortcomings. Note what worked well and what areas fell short.
Alright, so some wins. I love the iPad and GoodNotes.
Yay!
It's not totally integrated into my planning. Like, I've experimented a little bit with a monthly spread, which I really liked, but it maybe just took a little too much time for me to
Mm,
do it,
mhm.
keep doing it. But basically, I'd be working on it the whole month to create it, and then
Well, you showed me what you created, Malika. It was, like, very detailed and beautiful
yes.
and not at all necessary to do the
It
planning.
was fun, though.
I get it, but I can see why you would
Yeah.
not be able to keep it up.
Part of that too, I think, is just the learning curve of using that app. Like, it
Yeah.
would be good to take a class or, watch some YouTube videos so it doesn't take me so long to do simple things.
Mm.
But even just for, like, journaling, I'm into it. I like the way it feels.
Oh, interesting.
I like that I can pull in pictures and colors and little things from Pinterest. I use it
Mm,
for, like, my PDF worksheets for the best laid plans, planning by season PDF.
mhm. Yeah, I do too.
I have that as, like, a tab, so I can just go between that and my journal.
Yes.
Some other wins, I put Tranquility by Tuesday. We've been talking about this a lot, but I just felt inspired by it in terms of thinking
Yeah.
about my planning differently. And there's a YouTube channel called Rachel in Theory that I got some good ideas from this year. And there was a video she did about like needing a workspace book.
Mm,
She had like a separate journal. It made me think about why I like paper and how I use paper, and that I do need a paper workspace to not make plans, but just to think through ideas, if that makes sense.
yeah. So you're saying the iPad took over the Hobonichi?
Well, I did that a little bit on the iPad, but what it really made me realize is I need a bigger planner because the Hobonichi Weeks, the size of it was such that I didn't feel like I could do that kind of bigger planning and workshopping.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's list making, it's
Mm,
brain dumps. I don't know. I just felt like I needed more real estate
okay.
and that I wanted to have my primary planner be a place where I could do that.
So instead of the iPad.
Instead of the iPad, yeah, I like to do that on paper.
Got it. Filofax? Are you coming
Oh,
over
I
to my
don't know. I
side?
don't think so. Give me a couple years here first.
All right.
So some of the challenges I experienced, task capture is not airtight for me.
Mm-mm.
And actually, I didn't mention this before, but I do text myself quite a bit,
Yeah,
which is fine, but I don't have that consistent practice of checking my text messages
right.
at a regular cadence, you know?
So then it's just gone.
It's not
It'll get
gone. I
buried.
know it's there, but it weighs on me to then put it somewhere else,
Mm.
which
Mhm.
kind of defeats the point because you're supposed to write it down and then be able to let it go, knowing that it's going to end up where you need it. So
Right.
I want to work on that a little bit. The kitchen system, it's nice to have there, but more often than not, it's out of date. So
Hmm.
I didn't keep up on the monthly calendar. Like the months are there, but there's nothing written on them.
Oh,
And
no.
then the days of the week, it's like always last week or 2 weeks ago, you know?
Oh, boy. That has the opposite effect. But that's when you're quintile planning, that's what you're doing, is updating the months there.
I'm not doing it. I've just done it on my Google Calendar. I haven't.
You have to take the step of putting it into the paper.
So
Okay.
with the
Or Malika, listen, this is the first time I did this for quintile 5, is I texted the monthly calendar to the family. Like, "Hey, here's the quintile 5. Let me know if you have any changes or edits." And then you could just print it out
a
actually
picture of
if you
it.
wanted to.
Okay. Norm updated the week kind of whiteboard once,
Mm,
and it was so
once.
exciting. I was like, "What?" I came in and it was like, "Oh my gosh, the things are there. Wow, this is great," because we have a shared Google Calendar. So I'm
Oh,
kind of like,
okay.
maybe he could do that all the time. He's got the information. I don't think he
Maybe.
has the same desire that I do to see it up there, but I know he references it when it is there.
Do you need it though?
It is helpful. It's like the more places we have this stuff, the better. There's something about seeing it in the kitchen that is helpful.
Hmm. But what does the Echo Show do?
So this is the piece that is a little honestly, at this point, the best part about it is that it shows us pictures. There's a lot of devices that do that. I feel like it took a dive because they changed their ad, product placement, permissions.
Oh.
So there are all these products that show up there now, and it's like, I don't wanna be marketed to in my kitchen,
Oh, that's terrible.
and there's no way to adjust the settings. It's very upsetting.
That is upsetting. I'm
I,
sorry.
like, wanna take it
Should
off the
never
wall and throw
happen.
it in the garbage, but it was not a like
Wow. It's an ad delivery machine
yeah,
now.
it's really
Hmm.
sneaky. I'm like, "Is there a lawsuit here?" Like, I don't understand
Right.
because usually you would think you could pay to upgrade or something to have it ad free,
Yeah.
but there's nothing.
Okay.
Listener, if you know how to do this, let me know. Like, we changed the language, we did all the things that I found online, and everybody says, "Yes, this just kind of is what it is."
Okay.
So another challenge is processing notes. This is pretty specific to, like, professional development experiences.
Hmm.
So, have a conference or a training, take a ton of notes, and then I never look at them again. And
Mm.
so, I want to be better at reviewing the notes and, like, extracting the action items and then, like, archiving that thing. So, obviously, yeah, I know where I can find it. I think that's true now, but I don't feel like I've actually utilized the notes that I took because I just took them and then I never looked at it again.
I see. Are you using the iPad to take notes?
So because I was on maternity leave when I got the iPad, I haven't brought it into the work
Oh,
ecosystem.
yes. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
I'm guessing that I will though. So I've got to figure that out.
That's gonna change everything.
Another challenge, knowing what I need to do during my planning time. So this is something
Mm.
I've kind of done in the past, and I'm actually really looking forward to Sarah's book, Best Laid Plans, because I think she's
Mm.
gonna have examples of what to do at each time horizon. So, like, for the weekly review, weekly plan, monthly plan. And it's gotta be specific to my life, but I think what I would like to do is to create a list that's then, like, in my planner so I can just go through a checklist.
Right.
Another challenge, I'm still working on collective task management with Norm. So, we have different systems. We have a family Notion thing, but his kind of personal task management is he's kind of using Trello, which is fine, but
Oh.
we're talking when we sit down to talk, but wouldn't it be cool if our systems just talk to each other? You know what I mean?
This is so funny because who does that? Who does
I
that
don't
really?
know.
Like who and their partner have the same
But
planning system?
we could go so far.
I mean, I wouldn't spend so much
It's
time on
just a
that.
thing out there.
It's very personal. It's like such a personal preference as you have
Yes.
discovered, and having someone have to change, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll take the note.
There's just a lot of other thing. I mean,
It's
it's
on the
fine, it's on
list.
the list, but
I'm not really, like, setting it because it is personal. I can't make you do my
yeah.
system. But if you did, wouldn't it be great? And then the last thing on my list is Outlook. So, again, my work
Mm,
ecosystem is Outlook. It's just kind of mandatory there, and I'm not good at it. Like, I
yeah.
feel like I'm just kinda getting by, and I know there's more that I could do to manage my inbox better and to integrate things with my calendar there, and I use it, I participate in it, but I don't feel confident in Outlook, and that's something I can change.
When you say Outlook, it reminds me of, like,
I
1999
know,
or something.
I know.
We used Outlook at work a long time ago.
A
Alright,
lot of
anyway, I
places
know
do
lots
use
of
it.
businesses do,
Yes.
I know. Okay, next, plan for the future. Decide which planners, notebooks, or systems you will use and how you will use them in the coming year.
Alright, I'm gonna stick with the Hobonichi Cousin for work because, again, I have that
Mm,
custom cover that I like. There's a lot of pages that don't get used. I never really use the weekly spread, and I don't use the Saturday and Sunday pages, but it's like 80% there for me, so I'm gonna keep it. I am going to actually, I've already retired my Hobonichi weeks for now, and kind of on a whim picked up or it's called The Simplified Planner by Emily Lay. It's very big. There's tabs for each month, and there's just a lot of space in there. It's new. It's so funny to feel like, wow, this is my life now. It's this big planner. And I'm kind of figuring out what do I need to really make this work for me. I'm still getting to know it. But so
mm.
far, I just like having more space and I want to create some kind of dashboard in there.
Oh,
It's like spiral bound. So I'm kind of playing with things that I can insert into the spirals, maybe that has like post-it notes on it. There's more to figure out here, but I'm going to try using this for the year and then still using Notion. I think that I want to see if I can leverage it more. And I've talked about this book by Tiago Forte called Building a Second Brain, which I never actually
mhm.
read. I got it for Norm and he kind of gave me the Cliffs Notes. It's time for me, I think, to read it myself or at least read some kind of summary of it because I think
Yeah.
I'm ready to flesh that out a bit more.
I tried to read it. I could not.
Really?
I think I got maybe a quarter of the way, maybe halfway through. And then I was like, "I'm not gonna do this."
Well, there you go.
It's
It's not
just
for you.
it's a lot, but yes, read it and then we could talk about it
Okay.
here. I'd love to get your take on it. I remember when you say how you're excited to go back to paper and you just need more space. I remember you used to have I think it was a Pinterest board called like Pretty Paper
Oh,
Things.
yes.
Right. Do
I
you remember
do.
that? Like that you like
I
paper and
do.
you were the one that got me into washi tape
Yeah.
and different pens. Used to do
I
origami.
like
Like
paper.
paper is
One
your
of my
thing.
goals is to, like, doodle more. Like,
Ah.
that's just such a little delightful thing that I've actually bought a doodling book that, like, teaches you how
Oh, I
to
have a
do
couple.
doodles, and I would like to use it, and, like,
Yes.
now there's more room in my planner to do that.
It's like you just needed this all along. You just needed all you needed was more space. I'm glad you're rediscovering this. I also do like to doodle, but I've discovered paper for work in other ways. I'm doing more to make things visual in
Mhm.
meetings. We could talk about this another
Yeah.
time, but yes, paper is magic. Give yourself lots of
Give
it.
yourself lots of paper.
Okay. Give yourself lots of paper. The last category is make adjustments, implement lessons learned and insights to create a more effective and intentional personal planning system.
I would say the biggest thing is that I need to schedule the time to plan at every level,
Yeah.
especially the weekly. Well, yeah, every level. No level is more important than the others. That's the whole point. It's like they need to all be there. And I'm hopeful, like, with going back into the office, like, just having a desk and that structure and, like, that
Yeah.
setup
Yeah.
is really good for this, and I think I've been
Mhm.
craving that, and just putting it on the calendar is so helpful, even if it gets moved
Yeah.
around. I think I would like to find time for this monthly snapshot thing that I did, and maybe it's making it more of a memory keeping thing than forward looking because it was so time intensive.
Mm. It's like a scrapbook.
Yeah, I like the way I felt looking at it, but it wasn't quite practical. But I think what I realized from that is I like having a sense of momentum around the month. And
Mm.
like there's a theme, there's some bigger things I'm working towards at the monthly level feels really important. And maybe it's at the quintile. I'm making these monthly spreads
Mhm.
so that I'm not doing it every single month, but just a few times a year, really getting into it. And I feel like there's something with Post-its that is in this new bigger space, I can have big Post-its and
Ooh, how big is this thing?
giant.
How many feet are we talking?
I guess it's like an 8.5 by 11 page.
Oh, okay. But then when you open it up, you have like 2 8 by 11.
Exactly.
I see.
So the weekly spread is like 2 pages.
I see.
Monday through Wednesdays on one side, and then Thursday through Sunday is on the other side.
And then I imagine, like, because you're coming from a Hobonichi that was teeny tiny,
Yes,
feels huge, but it's
exactly.
just like a normal size piece of
It's
paper.
just a piece of paper, I guess.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
Yes.
Have fun with Post-its. Oh my goodness. There's a Daiso. Do you have Daiso out there?
No.
Oh, I wonder if you can get it online.
I
Maybe
think
there's
there's one in New York, but
Daiso, Malika, for all the pretty paper things.
I know part of it is like Post-its, clips,
Yes,
you know
tabs.
yes, Jet Pens online has these things.
I got last year. Maito is another store. It's kind of like Daiso, but it's got more expensive things, and it's in the mall near me. And I picked up a pack of stickers that are the calendar of the year.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just got
Fun.
one for, each month, and so I just stuck it in my journal. It's just so cool, and I refer to it, and it's pretty, and anyway, pretty paper things.
Yes.
More of those.
We did it, Azizi.
We did. That was a very thorough look into our planning lives.
Yeah,
Yeah, and honestly, I could spend a whole day. Like, we can just
I
we can just
know.
keep going. It's I mean, endless. So much material, so much to discuss there.
Yeah, I think one thing I didn't incorporate, which maybe this will make it into my 26 for 26. There's a lot to be done around groceries and food and that kind
Mm.
of planning
Mhm.
that hasn't actually made it into my planner really, but I
Mm.
think that would help. It kind of just exists out in space.
Right. Like tracking it and writing it
Yeah.
down, what your plan is for the week.
Yes.
I mean, you could put it in your weekly spread.
Absolutely. There's actually a list in this simplified planner of like 30. She makes recommendations of things you can do to get organized, and there's some things in there that I think would be good, like making a list of, like, all of the household products that you use again and again.
I have that list in my discount.
Okay. Well, there you go. I
I've
don't have that list.
That's a list that is recurring. I do that every year. I've been doing
Okay.
that for a while. Yeah, it's fine. I also list notable purchases in the year, things that were like a big deal or things that were impactful.
Well, I'm just talking about having a list to reference so that I can check if we're out of things.
Oh, you mean like for shopping, like a grocery shopping list or
Yes.
something. I see. Yeah. And how do you track your list now for shopping?
I mean, I'll text myself stuff or we'll put it
Oh,
on the whiteboard on the fridge, but I don't have like a digital place for it.
we have a shared notes app for everyone. Grayson doesn't really use it, but the girls do. And Ilea, who is in New York right now, is like, "Are you going to Trader Joe's this week?" I
Oh
added some
boy.
things to the
She's
list because she's
wow.
coming home on Wednesday. So I'm like, just add it to the list. So we have a shared notes app. And what's funny is that I just keep adding to it. It's probably like 500 pages long. I just keep
Yeah.
adding to the top. But yeah, it's handy to have that.
We had one in Asana and we used to do that and then I just kind of took over and anyway, I digress. But all that to
Lots of
say,
options there.
yes, that's a whole frontier we didn't get into. All right. Well, let us know your Techo Kaigi thoughts. We obviously are very interested.
We are very interested.
Everything.
How do you plan? Please.
we we really want to know. Let's take a break and when we get back, we'll go over our peaks and valleys.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
And we are back with peaks and valleys because in life there are always peaks and always valleys. And today is an even episode. So, Azizi, you are up first with a peak.
Yes, my peak is that I finally finished my living room makeover.
Yay!
Yay! Now, this was very minor. There's no construction involved. This was not a remodel, but it was so like whatever you were imagining, turn it down. However, we had a system. It wasn't even a system. We had some furniture. It was random, but we made it work. I think from when we moved in, like 3 or 4 years ago, we moved into this place. And lately, I started to look at it and just say, there's a better way.
Hmm.
There's something better out there. And anyway, found a piece that was going to help with the transformation. Grayson put it together, and it just makes me so happy now. The way
Yay.
we reconfigured the couch, I have like a corner nook. I have my Afghan blanket that I bought at the thrift store in East Hampton.
Nice.
Just like cozy up on the couch. It's so lovely. So I'm happy. And I finally started decorating for the holidays now.
Yay.
Like 2 weeks out, a week out. But yeah, I'm happy that's done.
Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see it in
Yeah.
person.
What's your valley, Malika?
My valley, this is kind of a recurring valley, but
Hmm.
it's basically thinking about yoga. It's not the same as doing yoga.
Oh.
And I feel like I think about it every day. Every day.
you're, you're doing yoga in your head.
Yeah, like, and I imagine it the next day, "Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna do this," or
Oh,
I cannot get there. Now,
yeah.
I do still go to my weekly postpartum yoga class, so
But
that's
that's amazing. Why
which
doesn't
is
that
great.
count?
It counts. It's just that class happens to be a lot of sitting and talking and, like, community check-in. You're there with your baby. It's different
Right.
vibe.
Yeah.
I really want the, like, personal stretching, solo reset kind of mind body thing, which
Mhm.
again, the postpartum yoga, it's still yoga, but I feel like there's something that I had at one point in my life and I just really miss it and I keep wanting to go back. So I'm saying this, Valley, to bring it about. I kind of have identified there's like every other day, the nights I'm not with Quincy,
Mhm.
I kind of wake up a little bit early
Mhm.
before indigo. So there's like time where I could do something in the morning in my bedroom. And that would
Yeah.
kinda be the perfect time for that. I just need to set it up ahead of time or know what I'm going to do. Or I'm thinking maybe some of those yoga in bed videos.
Right, yoga with Adrienne, you're a patron, right?
Absolutely, I am.
Got a 10-minute thing.
I really want that, and I hope I can do it.
You can you can do it. You can definitely do it. You can do it. I believe that you can win. I
I
believe
believe
that
that
you
I
can
can
win.
win. I believe that I can win.
All right.
Well, that brings us to the end. Good festival.
Yeah, that was nice.
Cece, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
You know what I'm gonna do, Malika.
Your Filofax?
I'm gonna buy a Filofax.
Get in there.
I'm gonna get in there. What are you gonna do, Malika?
I'm going to, working on my system, I want to flesh out this dashboard or like have a version of whatever that is
Okay.
in my planner.
I feel like you need to break that down a little bit
Create a
more.
dashboard. So like it's something in the planner that I look at every day that has like Post-it notes on it, or maybe that's where the meal
Got it. And your new
plan is.
paper planner.
Exactly.
Okay. That sounds great.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description. If you like us, please rate, review, and tell a friend, and don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Muncie.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi. Bye.
Bye. Did I do this one?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
You
You're right.
forgot?
I forgot I did it.
You did.
Okay.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.